The most surprising thing I've seen is the improvement in the softness of my skin. I was so shocked every day to sort of wake up after using it the night before and feel how smooth everything felt. Everything just looked better as well. I wanted to try the Caudalie Soleil oil for 30 days because it promises smoother skin. I love the fragrance, I love using oils in my routine, and I really wanted to try how multi-purpose it was going to be. After using this for 30 days, the results I saw were honestly a dramatic improvement in the softness of my skin. I remember waking up one morning and going, oh, why do you feel so soft? And then I clicked, it's because I was using this twice a day, which, as you can tell, I've used quite a lot. In terms of experimenting then with the multi-purposeness, I used it on my face and I didn't react. I didn't get any sort of breakouts from an oily feeling. I used it overnight. I used it in my hair during a netball match and my blow dry seemed a lot smoother. I also used it to slick back my pony. If I was rushing or really couldn't be bothered to put too much effort in, this is the perfect hair slicker for any flyaways as well.
I've been using the Caudalie Soleil des Vignes oil elixir for the last 30 days, and something I love about it is that it soaks in really lovely. It's not a wet oil. It gives you a gorgeous glow that isn't wet and just looks dewy and healthy. So I first wanted to try the Caudalie Soleil body oil because I am a huge fan of the Nux oil. I wanted to see how they compared. And actually, I really do prefer this one. I actually prefer the bottle, I prefer the smell, and I like how it feels on my body a little bit better. I was on holiday for 2 weeks and my skin could have felt quite dry being in the sun for that long, but I made this kind of a part of my evening routine when I was getting ready to go out for dinner in the evening. I would put it on my legs and on my arms, and the results I saw that were my skin felt really hydrated, it felt really smooth, but it also looked really nice. I think there's nothing better when you've got a little bit of a glow and your skin looks quite has a little bit of an oil slick to it, but nothing too much, which I find actually the Nux one gave me a bit more of an oil slick, whereas this one just looked like I was kind of just had a really lovely healthy dewy glow, but not a wet glow.
Again, I did say I really wanted to test the multi-purposeness of this, and it did work. I used it in the bath, I used it on my hair, I used it on my face, I used it on my legs, all over. It dried really quickly, which I loved. It didn't take too long in between. I didn't leave a film on my clothes. My favorite thing about it was it didn't get clogged. There's nothing worse than an oil that kind of collects and then it doesn't really work properly, but the sheen it left on my skin, and hopefully you can see a little bit now, I just loved everything about it. And funny enough, I obviously fake tan, and I've used some moisturizers that break the tan down quite significantly or might leave it patchy. But if anything, I feel like this really helped my removal of the tan in terms of fading it out in a really even way. I never felt patchy when using this for the month. So I would say it's definitely fake tan compatible and helps with the removal element as well.
So I tried to use this every single evening. It didn't always happen, but I tried to when I remembered. That, however, my now husband, because we were on our honeymoon, did use it every single evening, because even though I bought him a new fragrance to take on our honeymoon, he forgot it. So he was actually applying this every single evening so that he would smell nice. So this is actually now a fragrance that I just remember for the honeymoon because he always smelled like it. So the application was really easy. I tended to spray it into my hand, work it into my hands, and then just apply it to my body from my hands rather than spraying directly on. One thing I really liked about it was how slimline the bottle was. Because I was going on holiday, I didn't have much space. So fitting this into my wash bag was much easier than something that was a bit thicker or bigger. So it smells quite summery, quite creamy. There is kind of a fig quality to it, but I don't think it screams kind of a fruity floral aspect to me. It just smells like a summery scent.
Who I would recommend this to would be anyone who's looking for just a little bit of everyday luxury, a little pamper. You're looking for an oil that's really hydrating, but not too heavy, not too overpowering. You know, if vegan is important to you, then this is vegan as well, and it's got 95% natural origin ingredients. I don't say I'll buy a lot of things, but I actually think I would buy this. If I was going on holiday, 100% would be something I'd add to my basket, and they do the 50ml as well, which is even better for traveling, so that's cool. I am always on the lookout for new oils, but for this, I think this is definitely my favorite one I've ever tried. That's a big claim.
I would 100% recommend this. If you love body oils, then it's an amazing one to try. If you do like Nuxe, not that I want to take away people from Nuxe, but I think it's a nice one to try. You could even have both in your collection. I would definitely buy this, and I think it will last a long time, so I don't think I'm going to have to anytime soon. We use this quite a lot on holiday, and you can see how much is left. A little bit goes a long way.